This is a beginning or a middle, or it may be the beginning of an end. My brother and I with a friend over dinner. How did the English come up with that accent, the one they use all the time in Shakespeare? Well, they invented it. But not being born accented in some sense, we all invent how we speak. We imitate mom and dad or the kids at school from what we hear, and then we choose. Later that night, trying to sleep, what is it like to be brought up without God? If mom and dad didn't insist, I was brought up without God. I think he was always around all over the school in pledges and anthems, etc., foreign, lightly drawn, never insisted upon. The stories, though, were awesome. Daniel in the lion's den seemed brave as Achilles and Gilgamesh, David of Sassoon, an Armenian folk tale, and Beowulf, Moses. Did I believe them? Yes, I think I did, and I think I do, but then I'm pretty sure I have a different definition of believe. It's all up for grabs, so I guess I don't believe anything. Perhaps, as Jung said, I don't believe, I know. I know the thrill of the first crunch of snow in the wardrobe of the Lion and the Witch. Why this them and not the big him? Him. Because he's a shit. Maybe. There is no disputing it. The best believers can say is he's our shit. Now, this may be crucial. This may be the point. The ultimate authoritarian needs clearance. One way to forgive an abusive father is to say he has other responsibilities and my broken nose is evidence of the pressure he is under. See the old codgers we allowed to send us off to useless, unjust wars to die. So, this deity fetish becomes the heart of the flaw that is nationalism. When the prayers tell us then the prayers tell us we must forgive. Why? In fact, we don't forgive. We don't forgive the others. We only forgive our own. I'm trying really hard, where I've never tried before, to work out what this belief thing is beyond that crunch of snow. I have stood in a cavernous church or two surrounded by women swaying to the inanity of Christian rock. And that I can get. Quote, bathing in the blood of the lamb is a little odd, but it is visceral. And one day they have to open their eyes, and that is where I am lost, and so are they. The man who tried to kill Trump, the recent one, the still alive one, said, Ukraine is a clear case of good and evil, just like Kamala Harris said. And they're both believers and gun owners. So does belief help us define who we can and should in good conscience kill, from the white whale to Hamas to Vladimir Putin, idol worshippers who we are commanded to kill? Somebody disputes J.D. Vance's claim that America's not special. He says, J.D. says, America is a homeland, a dodgy concept these days, and not something better. Then I realize I don't believe either of them. They are both believers in God and other things. So the best I can do is give myself a break and say, to date, I do not believe. And because of my love of Edmund and Achilles and Gandalf and Morgana and Galadriel, I have absolutely no tussle with believers. I hope they get as much out of their belief as I get out of my whatever it is. My already covered dispute with an Armenian Orthodox archbishop 35 years ago was the last straw, or the parting without sorrow. I had a Jesus binge, had opened my heart to this extraordinary imagined personality and was really moved. I had identified, I'd say. I related this to the old man who I had just met, and he got angry with me, very angry. What I was suggesting was actually blasphemy. One didn't identify with Jesus, one believed. I hadn't actually identified. I said I had felt inspired. That was not the point, he fumed. And I knew.